All right, everyone. So today is February 5th, 2022. I'll do a short video on oil. Changing the oil on White Lightning here, my little work truck. And I'm going to come up under here and show you guys the topic of the video is going to be oil filters. So I've just changed the oil, got a new drain plug with the magnet in the back of it. Pretty happy with that. And this time I've had to go with a K&N oil filter. And on this Chevy Silverado 1500 2006, I'm using the HP 1017. HP 1017. This is our K&N Performance oil filter. They put the little nut on the bottom. You're able to get a socket to. That comes in handy because these LS motors, Chevy oil pans, they don't leave you a lot of room, see, to get in there. With the regular wrench, you'll end up hitting here and here. So being able to have the nut access there is actually a very good thing. There's really nothing else to talk about. I just wanted to show y'all that I went with a K&N, and I'm not gonna waste too much more time under here, and I'll show y'all what I really wanted to show y'all. K&N premium oil filter. They're saying it's a 20,000 mile filter. 2 times, well, I don't know why this camera ain't focusing. 2 times stronger for extreme conditions. Easy removal with integrated nut. That's the nut I just showed you. And they're showing you the diaphragm inside in this picture, which I think is good marketing for people that understand what that is internally. And that's what this video is really about here. So I didn't think to pause this before I started, so let me find the mute button on this. There it is, green, real easy to see. Okay, I muted that. Thank you for your patience there. This is the oil filter that came off. It's a WIX XP. Take that out of there. And it is a WIX XP, meaning extended performance line. And it's a 570/60 XP for this LS motor. 570/60 XP. So I cut my oil filters open because I like to see how they're built, how they withstand the abuse I do. I tow with this vehicle, like really tow. Like tow heavy, pull cars on a big trailer. And tow all over the state of Florida, mainly Central Florida, but I'm all over the state. And so I like to take these filters off and really diagnose them and inspect them and see how they're built. So that's your support bracket that sits on the bottom. Then the bottom cup will sit on that. That will sit down in there. Then this is what I cut off of the top portion here. And that'll go like so before I cut it. And then that'll sit down in there. I don't want to push it in, but it has another rubber grommet here that'll go there. And then this will sit here. And when you go to purchase it in the store, that's what you'll see. The rubber grommet sitting on top of that, like that. So what I really wanted to focus on, if I can get this out of here, there we go, is to show you how strong, like this spring, all this internal bracketry, if you want to call it, aluminum there. It's what gives it its strength. It's the plate that the cartridge itself, the filtration cartridge, is attached to. And I'm gonna try to do this one-handed, but if you see, gee whiz, if I can get my hand in there. It's slippery. If you see how thick this is. Like, I'm really struggling one-handed to get it to spread open. But it's pretty thick, strong material in itself. It's not even easy to cut through. I had to use a grinder with a brand new blade to get a good clean cut. But yeah, that cartridge is really what filters. And your oil will come in through here, seep through these holes, bleed into the cartridge, filter itself out. But yeah, and then you have your seal here. So why am I showing you this? Well, I wanted to talk to y'all, and I'll set this aside for right now, right? I'll leave that out to show customers, but I wanted to talk to y'all about, it's cold tonight, so we're wearing the, anyways, I wanted to talk to y'all about the importance of a good quality filter. And I've said this before, but I just keep saying it again. I recently talked to a younger kid that he's like, oh, I go to the quick in and out oil lube place, and I pay for the extra for the synthetic because I care about my car. Well, those places are going to sell you a China white box no name filter with your upgraded synthetic oil. That's what a lot of people fail to realize. They're not going to sell you a WIX. WIX doesn't sell oil filters to oil lube places. They sell them to O'Reilly's Auto Parts, they sell them to Napa, and certain privately owned mechanic shops that have a business relationship with a WIX dealer will have them sometimes too. WIX is the one filter, and I've cut them all open. I've cut the K&Ns open, I've cut the cheap ones open, because if you can buy the cheap one and it does the same thing, why not, right? But you feel the quality and the material, the strength and how they're built, the rubber grommets, the springs. You look at the whole structure of how this oil cartridge filter or hand filter, like aluminum metal filter, whatever you want to call it. You look at how they're built. And WIX filters just, they're always like a step ahead of everything else on quality and durability. And I would give K&N second place, WIX being first place, K&N second place. And I like, it's kind of hard to decide who first place is. But I'd probably give it to Mobile One Synthetic Filter. Their filter's pretty respectable. Everything else is kind of like not even worth talking about on the video. Just know they didn't even make it to the podium, okay? Podium finish is going to be WIX first place, K&N filter second place, and Mobile One Synthetic performance filter third place. And that order is how I would put it on my vehicle. Why did I put a K&N on this time, second place, instead of a WIX? They didn't have a WIX in stock. So if there's no WIX in stock, I'll take the K&N all day. Do I want to take the K&N every time? No, I want the WIX. I want the WIX XP. They have the regular WIX and the WIX XP. They didn't have either of those in stock. So I went with the K&N, second place when you can't get first place. If yes, it's true that the oil is the life of the engine, but what's the life of the oil? The filter. The oil is only as good as the filter that's filtering it. If you have the best oil and a cheap filter, you're really killing the performance of the best oil you just bought. I would rather have cheap oil with the best filter than the best oil with a cheap filter, if that makes any sense to y'all. I'm selfish and I want to know for myself, for my own vehicles, because I do a lot of towing and I'm out driving around, like what really is the best filter for my truck, for my vehicle. I want to know for myself. Do I also share this information, pass it along to my customers that I value? Of course, sharing it with y'all now. But in reality, I don't do this for y'all. I do this for myself. I want to know for myself what really is the toughest oil filter I can put on my engine. I use Valvoline or Amsoil. When money's kind of thin, I buy Valvoline full synthetic as far as oil. When money's real good, I buy Amsoil. I do switch back and forth in between the two. I've owned certain cars where no matter how tight my wallet is, I put nothing but Amsoil in it, and that's it. There's other cars I go back and forth. But any car that I'm not gonna keep, that I'm just driving for a little bit and I'm gonna flip it or whatever, always Valvoline synthetic. Anyways, those are my thoughts on oil. Those are my thoughts on oil filters. I hope this was of value to someone. How good is your filter? You know, that's really the deciding factor on what kind of performance you can expect out of your oil. You know, so when people say, oh, what kind of oil are you running in your car? People brag, oh, I got the synthetic, I got Mobil, I got Castrol, I got whatever they're telling you. Ask them, okay, but that oil is only as good as the filter you put on with it. What filter did you put on? And then they'll usually make a face like, oh, I don't know, the filter they put it, that's included with it. It's the Mobil, I imagine. And they have no idea what filter was put on their car. They drive into the place, the guy's underneath, he spins on a no-name brand, plain Jane, white box filter, made in China. They buy them in bulk, and they get them for pennies on the dollar. And that's what they sell you. And they upcharge you on the oil. Yes, you get the oil, but you got a crap filter to go with your fancy oil. So Napa Auto Parts or O'Reilly's, go get your oil filter yourself. And I get the oil filter from either O'Reilly's or Napa, and then I'll go to Walmart and buy the oil because it's the cheapest place to buy oil. It's probably one of the only things I still go to Walmart for. I hate going to Wally World, but yeah. Anyways, I won't make the video long, trying to keep it short. The oil is the life of the engine. The filter is the life of the oil. Don't neglect your filter. I have confirmed cutting these things open for many years. If you got a Fram Tough Guard filter, there's nothing tough about your filter. Let me tell you that internally they're very weak filters. You know, Purilators, micro guard, whatever that other one's called. All these other filters are garbage. Even the ones you get from your dealership, the original Chevy AC Delco filter, the original Ford Motorcraft filter, all those filters are garbage too. Work for Ford, work for BMW even. BMW loves to use Castrol a lot. I went all their BMW relabeled filters. I would cut them open. They're garbage. They're garbage. Nothing is as good as WIX. K&N second place. I give Mobil 1 a third since I got to give it to someone. But, you know, I avoid even the Mobil 1 filters and try to stick in between WIX or K&N. Hope this was of value to someone. Thanks for watching again. Catch you on the next video.